Hi, this is Jeff Glenellis from Simple Forex System, and I'm making this video for those of you who are new to my list. We've added about 800 people in the last couple of days who have recently downloaded the free 5-pip scalping method, the world's simplest 5-pip scalper, which is an awesome scalping method. But in this video, I want to show you a 10-pip scalping method that is equally, if not even more effective, where you can get twice as many pips and half as many trades. Currently, we are in a trade right now. This is euro dollar. We're in a buy. We got in at 43.680 at about 808. I'm looking for 10 pips, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and we will come back whenever we have something worth looking at or something worth talking about. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. It's about 8:34 now. We just closed out that trade a minute or so ago at plus 10, exactly what we were going for. Took about 25 minutes to get there, but trade was never really in doubt. Don't see any new setups right now, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again, and I'll come back whenever we have a new trade set up, and we'll see what happens with that one. See you shortly. Okay, we're back. That didn't take too long. It's been about 7 or so minutes since we closed that last trade, and now here we are back in a new trade. We're in a sell again on the euro dollar. We managed to sell at 143.85.3. I have the 5-digit broker, so we have those tenths of a pip there to deal with. So again, I'm looking for 10 pips. We get to 43.75.3. I'll go ahead and get out. Two things you should notice about this chart right now. One, the blue line that runs across the middle there, that's a pivot line. That's from an indicator called FIBO-PIV that I use. I rely on it pretty heavily. The first trade we took, we were moving towards the pivot line. Generally not a good idea, but we had plenty of room before we reached it, so no problem there. And this trade, we're moving away from the pivot line, so I feel pretty good about that. And the other thing is that price actually retraced on us on this one, so we actually got a better entry on this trade than I expected. So anyway, I'm going to pause the video again, and we'll come back whenever something good or something bad or at least something happens. So we see you back here shortly. All right, it's 8:48, and we just bagged another 10 pips. Trade was never ever in doubt. Just pretty much moved in our direction. So we'll wait for another signal, and I'll pause the video and come back when we get something. Okay, it's 9:22. It's been about about 40 minutes or so, 30 or 40 minutes since we took our last trade. And as I'm sure you can see from looking at the charts, there was actually a very nice run up in price. I actually did get a buy signal from my charts and from my indicator. I was away from the charts when it happened. My neighbor's goats jumped their fence and were out in my garden again. And I mean, I love the goats. They're really friendly, but I mean, I'm growing that garden for myself, not for them. So I had to go chase them off. And when I got back in, we'd missed a signal. And I'm not a big fan of getting in too late on signals. I mean, if you miss them by, a candle, no big deal. But for myself, if I'm not right there on it, I will pass it and wait for the next signal. And that's exactly what we did here. We are in a sell trade. Got in at 43.95.4, so I'm looking for 10 pips, which means I'll be getting out at 43.85.4. There's really not much more to say about that right now. I guess that's the story in a nutshell. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again, and hopefully it won't take too long. We'll get some kind of an action or reaction here, and I'll come back whenever something happens. So we'll see you shortly. Okay, it's 9:44, and after a little wailing and gnashing of teeth, we finally got our 10 pips. This trade was a little scarier than the rest in that we actually got close enough to a stop. I gave some thought to getting out, but we never quite got to -10, so I hung in there. Anyway, what you're looking at here are Renko charts. If you don't know about Renko charts, visit my website, simpleforexsystem.net, and you'll learn pretty much everything you need to know about Renkos and how they work. I have recently started putting together some scalping systems with Renko, and what you're seeing is sort of the results of some of that work. This is a 10 pip scalper. The normal price for the Renkos is $199. That price is going up to $297 effective next week. But right now, for people that are on my list, I have a special of $49, and that will include 1 hour of actual live training with me one-on-one, if that's something that interests you. I'm limiting that to 20 sales, however, 20 people. So since, like I said, this is going out to like 800 people, I fully expect that by the end of the day we'll have those 20 sales. So if that's something that interests you, click on over to simple4xsystem.net, take a look at the website, and just click on the Buy Now button. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.